The tragic story of Air India Flight 171 crash, June 12, 2025. On the afternoon of June 12, 2025, what began as a routine international flight turned into one of the deadliest aviation disasters in India's modern history. Air India Flight 171, a Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, was scheduled to fly from Ahmedabad to London Gatwick, carrying 242 people on board. Within moments of takeoff, disaster struck, leaving behind devastation, grief, and a single miracle survivor. The departure flight AI-171 was a part of Air India's regular long-haul international operations. That day, the aircraft, registered as VTANB, lined up for takeoff at Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport in Ahmedabad at approximately 1:39 p.m. IST. The weather was clear. The experienced crew had completed all pre-flight checks, and there were no reported anomalies. Among the 230 passengers were families, students, and professionals, many of whom were heading to London for work, studies, or vacations. The 12-member crew, including Captain Aryan Verma and First Officer Neha Saluja, were trained, experienced, and cleared for international operations. Moments after takeoff. Just 40 seconds after takeoff, as the plane climbed to an altitude of around 650 feet, something went terribly wrong. The aircraft suddenly began losing altitude at an alarming rate. Eyewitnesses on the ground reported hearing a strange humming sound followed by a steep dive. Simultaneously, the pilot issued a mayday distress call, the cockpit voice recorder later revealed. Panicked discussions between the captain and co-pilot regarding a possible loss of thrust or hydraulic failure. Despite attempts to stabilize the aircraft, it continued descending rapidly. The crash at 1:40 p.m., less than a minute after takeoff. The aircraft crashed into the canteen area of the BJ Medical College hostel located in the Magani Nagar area, just a few kilometers from the airport. The plane impacted the building at a high speed, causing a massive explosion and immediate fire. The flames engulfed the hostel's dining area, where dozens of medical students were having lunch. The shockwave shattered windows across the neighborhood. The devastating crash resulted in 241 fatalities on board, all passengers and crew except one. 39 deaths on the ground, over 80 people injured, many critically burned or wounded by falling debris. The miracle survivor. In an almost unbelievable twist, one passenger survived. Vishwas Kumar Ramesh, a 29-year-old tech entrepreneur from London of Indian origin, seated near an emergency exit in row 27. Vishwas was reportedly ejected from the aircraft during the impact. His fall was broken by the branches of a large tree near the building. Despite suffering multiple fractures and internal injuries, he remained conscious and was pulled out by bystanders before the fire consumed the fuselage. Vishwas's survival has been described as nothing short of a miracle. The investigation immediately after the crash. The Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, AAIB, under India's Ministry of Civil Aviation, began a full-scale investigation. Black box recovery. Both the cockpit voice recorder CVR and the flight data recorder FDR were recovered within 48 hours. The CVR revealed critical system warnings just seconds before the crash. Possible causes under investigation. Hydraulic or thrust system failure. Bird strike. Local reports suggested a flock of birds near the runway sensor malfunction leading to false data in the cockpit. Potential autopilot or fly-by-wire failure. Experts from Boeing, GE Aviation, the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board (NTSB), and the UK's Air Accidents Investigation Branch (AAIB) joined the Indian authorities in the technical analysis. Airline and government response. In the aftermath, Air India grounded all 33 of its Boeing 787-8 aircraft for emergency inspections. Over 20 international and domestic flights were cancelled in the following days. The Tata Group, owner of Air India, announced a compensation of 1 crore $120,000 per victim's family. A national aviation safety audit was ordered to recheck aircraft maintenance protocols. The DGCA, Directorate General of Civil Aviation, is revisiting bird hazard prevention policies near Indian airports. Global reaction. The crash drew widespread mourning and global media attention. Leaders from around the world, including the UK Prime Minister, Indian President, and Pakistan's PM Shehbaz Sharif, offered condolences. In the world of sports, India and England's cricket teams wore black armbands during their Headingley Test match as a tribute to the victims. A moment of silence was observed before the match began. Memorial and mourning. The tragedy hit especially hard in Gujarat, where the BJ Medical College lost students and faculty members. A memorial wall has been created on campus. In London, communities gathered at the Swaminarayan Temple and Indian cultural centers to hold vigils for the victims. In India, the tragedy left the nation in mourning. A national day of silence was observed. On June 14, cricket teams India and England wore black armbands during the Headingley Test. A digital memorial wall was launched online for people to post messages, photos, and prayers at BJ Medical College. A candlelight vigil was held, with hundreds of students and families participating. The government has also announced plans to build a permanent memorial park near the site of the crash. And in the last, Air India Flight 171 crash is a chilling reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of aviation safety. While investigations are still ongoing, this event has already left a lasting impact on thousands of lives, families who lost loved ones, a lone survivor whose life was forever changed, and a nation that mourns. As the world waits for the final report, one thing is certain: the legacy of Flight 171 will not be forgotten. To watch more incredible and shocking real-life plane crash stories, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow for updates, and share this video with others.